Glory comrades. Today we are going to look at the cesspit that is children's content on YouTube. And yes, I'm using TTS, only because I'm really tired at the moment. So anyways, we are going to look at Colin Keys, a YouTuber whose name goes around the preschool playgrounds, whose 49-year-old stands to anyone who criticizes Colin to basically kill themselves. Oh, and please note that I don't hate Colin himself, just the cringy content and Chernobyl-like community that surrounds him. So anyways, let's first look at the thumbnails. So obviously, for a thumbnail for children's content, you obviously need eye-catching moments, maybe where someone's jumping over vicious lines or someone smoking weed in the background. You'd maybe think the thumbnails would be okay, not too colorful nor not too bland, but oh my god, look at these abomination that you can call thumbnails. In the name of Marshall Tito, these thumbnails make me want to gouge my eyes out. After looking at them, I instantly contracted every single form of cancer known to the entire human race. If this is what children are looking at nowadays, I'll be disappointed in humanity. I'm a part of Gen Z, born 5 years before Gen Alpha even existed. I grew up with parents that actually cared about me, took care of me and rarely ever gave me an iPad to watch YouTube for an hour or two. I didn't even truly know what the internet really was until I was like 9. It disgusts me kids grow up watching this crap. Anyways, enough with the thumbnails and how cancerous they are. Now I'll move on to the actual content. God, I'm gonna have to record footage of this bullcrap. I'm basically torturing myself, lol. Hopefully it's a lot better. Editor's note, it absolutely will not be better.
This is the most insane hot versus cold challenge, and if you make it all the way through, you decide walk on fire or swim through ice. If you choose correctly, you could win $1,000.
Okay, so right off the bat, this is stolen from Mr. Beast. Well, not the actual challenge, but the cash reward if you finish. While definitely not started by Mr. Beast, he revolutionized the idea, on YouTube at least, and made fun challenges.
First challenge, you can either cross the hot, sticky human fly trap or climb the slippery ice wall. So contestants, choose your challenge now. Go, choose it. Where are you guys gonna go? All right, so you guys have chosen the hot, sticky human fly trap over here.
I know this is a bit of a nitpick, but why would someone choose the hot, humid human fly trap? Why wouldn't you pick the ice wall to climb over? It's probably harder, but at least you won't smell like a rotting corpse afterwards.
Yeah, what's your strategy going into this one?
Pushing Nico in.
Oh!
He said he was gonna use you as a plank?
What? That never happened.
Wow, this is so hardcore. It's gonna be just like World War II. Electric Boogaloo again. Everyone's falling from their wounds. This is so action-packed, guys. Can we get 69,420 likes on this?
Shut up, no one cares. Know your place, trash.
Going on a bit of a tangent, the comments on this video are absolutely hilarious. Here's some of my favorite.
If I was doing the slushy dunk tank, I would have probably drank it all before we even started.
Yeah, that's not funny.
It didn't count. Nina passed the line and nobody saw that. Look at her foot.
You serious?
And also, the first time in the morning and evening news and information about this topic is a good idea to do it for you.
Alone ram. Inside alone ram.
I would love the challenge.
Germany, give me back my money.
Devin's eyes were burning, but he was fixing his hair.
Those were the unintentionally funniest comments that I found to be good enough to make the cut, lol. Oh, and Colin fans, just because I have an opinion different than yours doesn't mean I am an Untermensch. German for subhuman. Stop crying like a baby because I have an opinion. It's mine and I can have it. Stop acting like Matt Walsh when someone doesn't think that the Republican Party is the only legitimate party in US politics. Anyways, enough with that tangent. Let's skip to the climax of the video, where they go through the challenges.
2, 1, go! Oh!
Nico would later die of severe organ damage and failure from that fall.
Dude, they're stuck! Yo, I gotta say, I'm happy I'm not competing in this one, man.
I like how his friends are basically going through a children's version of quicksand. But Collins is like, I'm literally so glad that I'm not in their situation, guys, lol.
I got it!
It's funny how they overreacted to this guy taking a single step. Like bruh, he didn't just single-handedly abolish slavery, end worldwide hunger and terrorism. He literally took a single step, mayo. The guy up front acts as if he's an American soldier during the Vietnam War, trying to break through the enemy's defenses, but then gets shot in the leg by a Vietnamese-speaking tree with a rusty bolt-action rifle. Anyways, I'm done with the very short reaction, because I don't really have anything to say. I looked a little bit further into the video off camera. They basically scream and make colorful edits to keep the 5-year-olds from clicking onto FGTV or Morgs in their recommended. Speaking of cockroaches like Morgs, let's make comparisons to Mr. Beast's challenge videos. Due to the pandemic, Mr. Beast hasn't been able to make anything besides challenges with his friends and sometimes even random subscribers. Colin can't exactly bring in subscribers because, you know, almost all of them are under the age of 11. Mr. Beast makes his challenges fun, like doing extreme challenges like hide and seek in a small abandoned Wild West like towns for almost 100k, making it entertaining for almost all age groups. Meanwhile, Colin would probably do this in a sort of large room with direct friends for a cash prize of $1,000. Basically what I just said is that Mr. Beast does these challenges with budgets of sometimes half of 100k, maybe even more, making people that aren't financially enslaved to him do it, with an actually extremely good cash prize. Not like 1k isn't a lot, for some that's life-changing money. But Colin does these challenges with budgets mostly less than, I'd say, 40k, makes people that are super close to him do it for a cash prize that is most of the time minuscule compared to Beast for the people participating, and barely makes it entertaining to people over the age of 12. I think Colin should begin to diversify his content to target age groups that are older than 10 years old, making videos aimed towards people over the age of 12 instead of embryos who barely know how to talk. If he does this, he absolutely needs to put in a warning readout by himself basically telling people that are under the age of 12 or 13 should under any circumstances not watch this. I don't want a situation where it's like the show Happy Tree Friends, where embryos find the show, click on it, and then get scarred for life. Colin fans, do not search Happy Tree Friends. I am actually dead serious about that. I've warned you. Do not under any circumstances watch any episode of Happy Tree Friends. If you ignore this warning, don't immediately go into the comments of one of the episodes after you watched saying how this should be removed from YouTube. You're absolutely retarded if you do that. There's an entirely different YouTube called YouTube Kids. I have no clue what you're doing on the main YouTube site if you think Wojaki herself should delete this. Download the YouTube Kids app if you find this stuff and watch Colin on there instead of on main YouTube. Oh, and a quick side note, the only thing that I think is good about Colin's videos is that they don't really have that many ads as I thought going into it. I was expecting the time bar would be filled with yellow parts, which represents ads, but the video only seems to have 4 ads on it, so they're clearly aiming a bit more towards entertaining the viewers than basically exploiting them for money. I'll give him and his friends a pat on the back for that. So far I've given you comrades a lot of information to take in, but I'm absolutely not done yet. Going back to my original point before that rant, Mr. Beast makes extremely unique challenges for himself and his friends. Heck, he's spent 24 hours in a padded cell, probably inhabited by 3RM YouTubers before him, and gives money to charities and contributes to society. Do you see Colin doing that on camera? No, because he's probably too lazy to even think about charity and people less fortunate than him. So anyways, I'll have to end the video right here. Like the title says, this will be a 2-part affair, so I'll start working on the second part to this soon. Glory to you, fellow comrades. Stay safe, and will see you in the next video.
This is the most insane hot. And if you make it all the way through,